Developing now, new details emerge in the deadly South Carolina school shooting as friends and family members remember 6-year-old victim.
Plus, Hurricane Matthew slamming into Haiti. Now people in parts of the U.S. bracing for the powerful storm. A closer look at damage and what the hurricane is headed for next.
Well, as Major Hurricane Matthew departs from Cuba, it'll be headed toward the Bahamas and eventually the U.S. East Coast in days to come, while South Mississippi will see a hot day today with plenty of sunshine. We'll talk about both issues coming up.
Breaking right now, though, crews are battling a massive blaze.
We are going straight to Jonathan Brannon at the scene near the Gulfport Long Beach line with the very latest.
That's right, literally just walked up to the scene. You can see the intensity behind me. I'm just going to get out of the camera right now. Look at the flames that are bursting through this home right here in Long Beach. This is right on Highway 90. And I can tell you right now, Highway 90 is blocked to traffic on either side of this home. It looks like I can see a green light to my west, and it's blocked all the way from there, all the way for several blocks to my east. So if you're going on Highway 90 this morning, avoid this area. But right now, this house is up in flames. Several crews here working to put this blaze out. You can see the flames are towering right now. You can see the embers flying, the smoke flying. It is just a hectic scene right now, very chaotic scene. We don't have many details to go on as far as what caused the fire, if there was anyone in the home at the time. We don't know. We're trying to find out as quickly as we can, and we will keep you updated. But right now, it is a very chaotic scene right here at the moment, especially for people who are trying to get on Highway 90 through Long Beach right now. It's impossible. It is completely blocked. Police cars have everything blocked on Highway 90, eastbound, westbound, here in Long Beach at the scene of this fire. I can tell you that I was on the way over here from Gulfport, and you could see the flames from the city of Gulfport on the way here. You could see the orange glow in the sky. That's how big these flames were. So you can see the fire department really working hard to put these flames out. They've got tower trucks, they've got ladder trucks, they've got everything going to try to put this flame out. We will keep you updated throughout the morning as to what's happening here. As we get information to us, we will let you know. But right now, do not travel on Highway 90 in Long Beach at all right now. We'll be back with you in just a few minutes as soon as we get details on WLOX. I'm Jonathan Brannon, live in Long Beach for WLOX News Now. Back to you.
Thank you, Jonathan. A life taken too soon. Friends, family, and the community left in disbelief as they remember the bright smile of this little 3-year-old girl.
Shocked, devastated, as you can imagine, something that you really can't see any excuse for.
A twist in the case, the toddler's mother forced to turn in her badge along with another officer in the midst of Cheyenne Hires' death.
Right now, we are waiting to find out if charges will be filed. As we first told you in a WLX breaking news email alert, the Board of Aldermen voted overnight to fire Cassie Barker and her supervisor, Clark Ladner, both of the Long Beach Police Department. Little Cheyenne died in her mom's cop car that was parked at Ladner's home in the Kill while she was visiting him. Police Chief Wayman the two be fired immediately for a violation of departmental policies. One of those violations, conduct detrimental to the public. And the chief told us he hopes this move helps his staff recover from this tragedy, saying, quote, hopefully it gives us that health step forward. It's going to take some time to get morale back and get trust back. And both officers have 10 days to appeal their termination. Now, as for Barker, the chief tells us she's still in the hospital this morning dealing with the trauma after her daughter's death. There's still many unanswered questions this morning, like why Barker left Cheyenne in the car for hours alone, how the 3-year-old died, why the chief thought it was important to tell Hancock County investigators about Barker's suspension in 2015, and why Barker was using a city vehicle for personal use. And we're working with our sources to get all of those answers. We'll keep you updated. It will be a somber day, meanwhile, in South Carolina, as friends and family members say their final goodbyes to Jacob Hall. The 6-year-old was killed when a teenager allegedly opened fire last week at an elementary school. Friends and family remember the little boy in a special visitation last night, filled with superheroes of all sorts. Some police officers wore superhero t-shirts under their uniforms in his honor. Developing now, the 14-year-old accused in that shooting is facing new charges this morning. Jesse Osborne is charged with 2 counts of murder, 3 counts of attempted murder, and several more weapon charges. We've learned a 3rd child was injured in the shooting. Another student and teacher were also hurt in the attack. Police say Osborne killed his father shortly before the school shooting. All new this half hour, law officers across the coast move in and make multiple arrests
Operation Triple Beam is targeting gang activity and violent offenders. Jackson County deputies, Hattiesburg Police, and U.S. Marshals all part of this investigation. In Hattiesburg, officials arrested 15 alleged gang members, seizing guns, methamphetamine, cocaine, marijuana, and cash. This all happened in July and August. We have calls out to Jackson County officials this morning. No word about arrests made in that area.
Well, let's check in with Tommy now for a look at our midweek forecast.
Thanks, ladies. Good morning, Mississippi. Just about 6 minutes now after 6 o'clock. No rain onshore. A few showers to the south of our barrier islands, moving toward the coast of Louisiana. 72 by St. Louis, 66 at Perkinston, 71 at Gulfport, 72 degrees at Pascagoula. It's a quiet start to an otherwise hot day. We'll be heating up to temperatures in the upper 80s later on this afternoon, with plenty of sunshine to go around. No rain out there. Remember, the UV index today is high. We're looking at around maybe 11 hours of sunshine, so protect yourself from that strong sunshine. It's October, but it still can be rather burning, if you catch my drift. Also, Hurricane Matthew. I'll give the update on Hurricane Matthew, now threatening the Bahamas and the United States. All coming up in just a couple of minutes.
Happening now, cars lining up early at one of the most popular venues for cruising the coast. The downtown Biloxi Block Party will begin in just a few hours. Doug Walker is there as people pull in to park. He's live with a look at this must-see event.
Well, that's the official time it's supposed to kick off in a few hours, but it's going on right now. Let me tell you, all the cars have been parked here. I'm at Lemieux Street near Biloxi City Hall. Block party starts at 8 o'clock, lasts until 2 o'clock. Plenty of food, music, everything any cruiser, any local who wants to view the cars would want. Now, we're about to meet a husband-wife team. Joining me now is, what is your name?
My name is Faye Dybel. Good morning.
And you are from?
Metairie, Louisiana.
And tell me about your car.
My car is a 1969 Jaguar XKE 2+2 coupe.
Why?
Catnip. Well, this is my catnip. I have rescued many cats from the streets, and we all had a vote, and the majority won. They said catnip, so I said okay.
All right, it's a beautiful car. Now let's go on over here and meet the other gentleman here. And this is the husband part of the team. What's your name?
My name is John Boyette.
And John, tell me about your car. It's also a 69, I believe.
It's a 1969 Corvette convertible. It's all original. It's been restored about 4 years ago. I've had it in several shows. I've gotten Best Corvette in show 3 different times. And
you're pretty proud of that, aren't you?
Yes, I am. I did the work on it.
And you guys have been coming here for cruising for about 10 years now.
This is our 13th year.
How do you like it? Still fun?
I love it. We come here and we stay 10 days. We come here ahead of time and leave late. So
right.
We enjoy it.
John, thank you very much for joining us. So again, that's the block party story here. We'll be here all morning long. Of course, I'll be here to cover the actual block party event when it starts at 8 o'clock this morning. You can watch the story both on air and online. And believe me, if there's anything that's going to happen, it's just going to be a lot of fun. Reporting live in downtown Biloxi, Doug Walker for Good Morning Mississippi.
Looking ahead to more cruise and fun in Diamond Head today, the blessing of the classics. You're looking at video from a previous event. Cars will roll through, receive a holy blessing. That's between 3 and 6 this Saturday. Also happening today, a chance to buy, sell, and trade. The car corral opens up in just a few hours at 9 o'clock this morning. This is happening just east of Treasure Bay Casino. And don't forget, you can still register. Registration is opening up at 9 this morning at Cruise Central in Gulfport.
While you are out cruising along today, you may see a familiar face. Governor Phil Bryant is expected to be on the coast this afternoon. He and First Lady Deborah Bryant have a 1955 Chevy Nomad. You're looking at video of the couple with their cruiser last year. The Nomad is fully restored and has a 265 cubic inch V8 engine. Governor Bryant comes down from Jackson every year to attend Cruising the Coast.
And a traffic note this morning for those of you traveling to and near Keesler Air Force Base today. The main gate off White Avenue is closed right now to help alleviate congestion. Thousands of people in downtown Biloxi right now are headed there for the big cruise and block party. Visitor access to the base is being moved to the Meadows Gate, Pass Road Gate. This main gate will remain closed until 10 o'clock this morning. Next on Good Morning Mississippi, Hurricane Matthew taking aim at Cuba. The storm's potential path already causing headaches in southern U.S. states.
New details from the courtroom as a dad faces murder charges accused in his son's death. A breakdown of what's next in the hot car trial out of Georgia. It is 6:10, 72 degrees in Pascagoula.
Now, WLOX First Alert Weather with meteorologist Tommy Richards.
Good morning, Mississippi. Here it is Wednesday, approaching 13 minutes now after 6 o'clock. WLOX First Alert radar showing no precipitation onshore, some offshore showers moving toward the coast of Louisiana by way of Lake Bourne and the Wrigley's, those locations. 71 this morning at Bay St. Louis, 66 at Perkinston, 71 Gulfport, and 72 degrees this morning at Pascagoula. Well, with a sunny morning, temperatures will be warming to high. The mid and upper 80s along the coast. Interior locations will see those highs in the upper 80s. Again, plenty of sunshine for our area today. Skies tonight will be clear to mostly clear. Overnight lows will fall to around 70 along the coast. Slightly cooler mid and upper 60s in those interior locations. Rain, not to worry about that. Hurricane Matthew, you might want to think about that for sure. Matthew about 65 miles to the north-northwest of the eastern tip of Cuba, moving to the north at 10 with winds of 125 miles per hour. A turn to the north-northwest, then the northwest is expected by tonight, and some slight strengthening can also occur over the next couple of days with Matthew. Matthew expected to be near the Florida area, the Florida East Coast, that by tomorrow night hurricane warnings are already in effect for parts of the Sunshine State. And then it'll be moving to the north, pretty much following the Gulf Stream, all that warm water. It'll make Matthew slow to weaken as it continues at least to around the Delmarva Peninsula in that region toward at least the first few days of next week. And this is Tropical Storm Nicole. Nicole is about 490 miles to the north-northeast of San Juan, Puerto Rico, moving to the west-northwest at 6 with winds of 50 miles per hour. You'll see Nicole posing no threat to anyone. The hour-by-hour forecast calling for our high today to be in the upper 80s. Rain is not expected for our area today. It will be dry for the next several days. There's a pretty much heads up on your weekend forecast, which I'll have for you in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Tommy. Happening right now, crews battling a massive fire. This is a live look at the scene in Long Beach. You can see the flames are shooting through the night sky. They actually have been getting that fire a little bit more under control. This is what it looked like a little bit earlier, though, as they started to battle those flames. Details are very limited, but we do know this is near Bailey Lane, which is near the Gulfport line and Highway 90. Gulfport have closed Highway 90 in both directions, both east and westbound in this area. Crews from multiple agencies across the coast are on the scene working to control and gain control of this blaze. We will have more details coming up in 5 minutes.
Also happening now, Hurricane Matthew right now headed toward Cuba after making landfall in Haiti. These are photos from Haiti, that area now experiencing major damage and dangerous flooding. Matthew came in as a Cat 4 storm, killing at least 11 people, but that number is expected to rise.
Keith Scott's funeral is being postponed because of Hurricane Matthew. Scott's funeral was set for Thursday in James Island, which is near Charleston. But as we've seen, the coast is being evacuated because of the hurricane. Scott was killed in an officer-involved shooting in North Carolina. Police say Scott was armed and a gun was recovered. Right now, we're told Keith Scott's family is working on new arrangements.
We continue coverage on the Justin Ross Harris murder trial out of Georgia. We are now learning that Harris's wife is expected to be a star witness for the defense. A juror saw a dash cam video of Harris responding to the news that his 22-month-old son had died. In the video, you can see him saying, quote, "What have I done, my boy?" At one point, he argues with an officer about showing them his ID. The defense calls the child's death an unfortunate accident, but prosecutors say Harris left his son in the car on purpose because he was unhappy in his marriage. He faces life in prison if convicted. We'll be back right after this.
Good morning, Mississippi. WLOX First Alert radar showing some offshore showers. Things are quiet onshore, quite dry as well. Navigator credit meter. Pascagoula, 72 degrees with a south wind at 3 miles per hour. No rain in the gauge. It looks pretty good out there this morning. As you can see at first light, skies are clear. Visibility is a non-issue. It'll be comfortable around the bus stops, low 70s as the kids wait for the buses. When the kids get off the buses this afternoon, it'll be hot, still dry. Temperatures in the upper 80s. We'll take a look at the rest of the forecast for the next 7 days. Looks good for cruising the coast, but what about beyond that? I'll tell you in just a couple minutes.
Well, breaking news right now, a chaotic scene underway in Long Beach.
Jonathan Brandon is on the scene with what's happening right now as crews battle a massive blaze.
Yeah, right now crews are still on the scene right now. It's very much an active scene, but you can see behind me most of the flames are not towering anymore. They are out. There are a few flames still popping up on some sides of the house and some embers still spreading up. But this is in Long Beach on Highway 90. It's just east of the Gulf Park campus. Right now, both the east and westbound lanes of 90 are closed right at this moment, but I believe we just heard from the police department that the eastbound lanes of Highway 90 are about to open up. Westbound lanes still closed. Eastbound lanes are about to open. I think I see some traffic starting to move, but I can tell you that the Gulfport Fire Department, Long Beach Fire Department, Gulfport Police, Long Beach Police, they're all working together to put this flame out. You can see firefighters still close to this home. Now, what I want to tell you about this home is there is a porta potty in the front yard and several signs posted in the front yard advertising contractors that it's likely a home under construction. So we don't know if anyone was in the house at the time. I would think with it being under construction that there wouldn't be, but we don't know that for a fact. We do see that that the firefighters are working to hit some of the hot spots. You can see several embers still bursting through this house right now. But I can tell you that I could see these flames earlier this morning when we were driving over here from Gulfport and Biloxi. You could see the flames all the way from Gulfport. That's how tall these flames were towering here. So we're going to keep you up to date with the very latest information. Like I said, right now, here's a recap. Eastbound lanes, it does look like the eastbound lanes of Highway 90 are opened back up in Long Beach here, just east of the Gulf Park campus. The westbound lanes still closed. They're still closed off. Have fire trucks, police cars, ambulance. Everybody is still taking up the westbound lanes, but the eastbound lanes are opening up. I can see that right now. The police department is just rolling by with a few of the cars opening up. You can see there's still some barricades down here to our east, but it does look like they are opening up now. Little on the eastbound lane. So we'll keep you up to date as we get information to us on WLOX. I'm Jonathan Brandon live in Long Beach for WLOX News Now. Back to you.
And stay with us. We'll have more of Good Morning Mississippi after this.
Now, WLOX First Alert Weather with meteorologist Tommy Richards.
Good morning, Mississippi. 25 now after 6 o'clock. WLOX First Alert radar showing a little shower activity to the south now of St. Louis Bay, moving into the coast of Louisiana. And that's about it. Certainly no rain to note this morning onshore. 71 this morning at Bay St. Louis and at Gulfport. 66 at Perkinston. It's 72 degrees that at Pascagoula. Look for the afternoon high with thanks to plenty of sunshine, to move into the upper 80s a little bit later on today. We'll take a look at your community's preferred temperature, or not preferred, but plotted temperature in just a moment. First of all, take a look at our weather art. Ooh, so nice. I like this. It's called In the Sun, drawn for us by Annabella Scarborough, first grader, Pass Road Elementary School. Thank you, Annabella. Nice. You can always see the weather art by clicking to mywlox.com. Futurecast calling for those showers to move away from the coast, moving into interior southeast Louisiana. High pressure building in the region. That'll be pretty much governing our forecast for the next several days. So we'll be hard pressed to find a cloud, much less to find any rainfall. Low tide, that'll be mid to late morning, back to a high tide after midnight tonight. Range between the two is at 1.4 feet. Small craft exercise caution offshore. Northeast winds 15 to 20 knots. In the Sound, an east wind of around 15 knots. Waves and seas running around 2 to 4 feet in the Sound. Temperatures will be topping out in the upper 80s for the afternoon high today. The overnight low falling to around 70. We'll hit the mid 80s tomorrow. We'll be in the 60s tomorrow night, and then we'll be in the 50s. That will occur Saturday night and Sunday morning, around 60 on Sunday night and Monday morning, with the highs on Sunday and Monday only in the low 80s. Nice little cool down for our area, but still no rain in our 7-day forecast.
Happening today, a chance for South Mississippi seniors to learn how to live healthy and happy lives. The WLOX Senior Fair begins at 9 this morning. The event provides seniors with a variety of information, ranging from medical services and health insurance to assisted living. Experts will also be on hand to answer questions concerning everything senior related. The event is free for all seniors and runs until 1 this afternoon.
Well, straight ahead on Good Morning Mississippi, a death investigation underway and 2 police officers out of a job. For Lives, officials look into what happened to a toddler left in a car.
And we are live on the scene after a massive house fire lights up the pre-dawn sky in Long Beach. New blaze and what is happening right now as crews have gained some control over that fire in Long Beach. And traffic starting to once again flow on Highway 90. Jonathan Brandon live with an update in a matter of minutes.